Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor, and today we're going to be looking at that college football game between the Stanford Cardinal and the Oregon Ducks. How you doing this morning, Jeff?
Really excited to handicap this one, Dax, because this has really been the premier game in the Pac-12 conference the last couple years. And, of course, if you've been an underdog bettor in this series, you've been really happy with David Shaw on your side in Palo Alto.
Yeah, man, talking about that, I found an interesting fact about this particular matchup that says the Cardinals have won their last two meetings in this series as double-digit underdogs. But do you actually think that we could see them make that 3 in a row in Eugene this Saturday?
I think a lot of sports bettors are leaning in that direction because Stanford has had the formula to beat Oregon. But I just don't think the 2014 version of this program is the one that's faced Oregon in 2012-13. This is just the second game that Stanford has been unranked since 2010, and also the Cardinal 0-3 straight up against top 25 opponents in 2014, losing against USC, Arizona State, and also Notre Dame. And also the time of possession in those two games, Dax, has been heavily favored by Stanford. They're simply not winning that category like they've done in years past. They have held the ball for less than a minute more than their opponents in 2014. Why is that significant? Last year, they had a 42-17 advantage in that category and 37-22 in 2012. I simply don't see that happening, especially on the road Saturday night in Eugene.
Well, and I think especially because of the fact that, you know, what's up with this kid, Marcus Mariota? I mean, he's pretty much been unstoppable. He's thrown 24 touchdowns and has only had one pick for this season. Now, knowing that, my man, do you actually think that he's the key factor that can help us handicap this Pac-12 conference matchup?
He's going to have to make some plays because this offensive line has not been very good. But you said 24 touchdowns and a single interception. So at least they're giving him enough time to put up those numbers. He leads the nation in passer rating. And also, there's one team in the nation that's really kind of built like Stanford, and that is Big Ten Conference. Out of the Big Ten Conference, Michigan State. Of course, Michigan State beat a better Stanford team last year. Not as good a Michigan State team rolled into Eugene earlier this year. Oregon went down early in that game, but ended up picking up a straight up and against the spread victory. And the key thing, Mariota doesn't turn the ball over. The Oregon Ducks have a +11 turnover margin, while you look at Stanford, a -8 turnover margin. I think that's going to be the difference.
All right, so is that difference going to be enough for us to actually back Mariota and the Oregon Ducks in this case?
I'm going to definitely recommend that sports bettors back the Ducks, but I definitely think you should keep an eye on the weather forecast because I think the one thing that could be in Stanford's advantage is the fact if rain is in play, because Stanford, of course, is known for running the football. They are not running it like they've done in years past, but you have to respect them still. 80% chance of rain on Friday, 60% showers on Saturday, and of course, those numbers could change. They've already changed. I've been monitoring it all week. I think that's one of the reasons why the number has gone down from 11.5 in favor of Oregon down to as low as 9 in the market. Not just because Stanford's covered the last two games as an underdog, but because the weather forecast. But right now, I definitely suggest grabbing that 9 because I don't see it going any lower.
All right, my man. As always, Jeff, thanks for the valuable insights, and we'll talk some more football again tomorrow, man.
Thank you.
No problem. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.